I'm going to show you how to create a lesson in Educreations. Once you have your account, you'll be in your dashboard and you can say create new lesson, and then you just click on it. And then you're able to actually either use the board, and I can record while I'm writing. So I could click record and I can notice that if you have 1 plus 1 equals 2, and I'll illustrate that 1 flower plus 1 flower equals 2 flowers. So obviously I can use it to write, and notice that I'm recording, and I can just hit save. I'm going to go ahead and say save. I could preview it if I wanted to. I'm just going to put math lesson, and I can visible to my students. I have it in professional development. I could always change it to math. I have the choice visible to all at my school, visible to all, visible to my students. So I have a choice that if I've given you access to that, and I could put visible to all so everybody could see it. So you can make a choice about how you do that. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And then now I have a lesson created in here. I'm going to go ahead and create another lesson for you just so I can show you another way I could do this. I can also add pictures. So you could take a picture of a lesson, take a screenshot of some website. I could take a screenshot of whatever I want. So I would go to my file. I definitely have to go to my picture file because it does have to be a JPEG. And I'll pick the SAMR model and I'll open it. And it's automatically going to import it in here. And I could use the tools at the top to, say I could start recording my lesson, and I could say, I could talk about redefinition, explain it. I might write something over here on the side if I wanted to. And I can do this on either the iPad or on the computer. I know it's not quite so easy to write with my mouse, but you know what? It's not that hard once you do a little bit of practicing with a wireless mouse. And then I can hit save. And again, I'm going to go ahead and hit start over. I'm not going to keep this lesson for any reason. But that's just kind of the way that you can do it. But it's really nice to be able to record, and you could also use this to assign to your students so that they could actually record their thinking as well if you wanted them to. Now, up here in students, I'm going to click on that for you. I don't currently have any students, but I can add students. So if you just wanted the lesson to be seen by your students, you can add your students in here. What you do is you give them this code, or you can give them this code to register. So either way, then your students can start to register into your account. So super easy to do. In the settings, that's where I make it visible to my students or visible to all at my school. Depends on how you have that set up. I'm going to go up to a lesson that I've used before. I think it's this practice lesson. And when your students are actually watching this, and notice that you're listening to it, they could actually ask a question to the instructor. No, I don't understand this lesson.
So obviously,
and then I can click ask
to write, and then I'm recording, and
I could answer that as the instructor. If I saw that in there, I can click answer, and I can put, well, you need to add together. So you can add that and then answer it. And if the students go back and look at this again, they can see that you've interacted with them. And students can answer each other's questions on here as well when they're doing that. So a great way to not only make it interactive, but actually to give it that ability for you guys to interact at any time. Now, it can be, obviously, they could have put that question in there at 9 o'clock in the morning, and you might not answer it until 9 o'clock that night or whatever, but the student can still go back and view that and see that you've written something back to them. And I can always go in and edit a lesson if there's something that I wanted to change on here. I can go back in and edit my math lesson for any reason that I might want to. So I'm going to stop. And then the other thing that I can do in here is I can browse lessons. So if I go into browse, I can go in here and look for, let's see if there's something on the solar system. There might not be. We're going to see in just a second. So it's searching through there. So here's some lessons on the solar system. So if I found something in here, I could use something that somebody had already created. I'd obviously want to preview it before I showed it to my students. But there might be something in here that you can use that's already been created. And this is where you share your lesson with everyone. And so that would be a point where they could do that. Like, I'm curious about this one. It looks like it's made by a student. I don't know that for sure. But we can go in and listen to it as well. So I'm going to flip it open and see.
So today in fourth block, we decided to have a little fun. So we went down to the football field. After yesterday, we gave everybody a colored.
So then he's just explaining what he did with the solar system in his lesson plan. Again, a great way to go through and view and see if there's something that you could use. Here it looks like something someone's put a picture and they've probably done some drawing and explaining on the similarities and differences in solar system. So a great way for you to go and look at that, and just lots of ways where you can play around with this and either use it to write with, and again, you can use it on the iPad or on the computer, either one. So a great way to kind of make that interactivity and bring some things to life. Good luck.